Hello everybody. Welcome to the Celeb Scope channel. I want to talk about this lawsuit involving Will Smith and his former violinist, Brian Scott Joseph. Brian was a contestant on America's Got Talent, and Will hired him in 2024 to work on his album and also do some shows, and he ended up being a part of Will's tour in 2025. And according to the lawsuit, Brian and Will Smith spent some additional time together. And Will told him that you and I have such a special connection that I don't have with anyone else. Now, Brian detailed an incident where he misplaced his hotel room key and it went missing for hours before Will Smith's management found it for him. And when he finally went back to his hotel room, he saw that there were signs that somebody already entered his room without his permission. He saw that there were wipes left in his room, a beer bottle, a red backpack, a bottle of HIV medication with somebody else's name on it, an earring, and a hospital discharge paperwork belonging to a person that he did not know. Also, he saw a handwritten note that said, "Brian, I'll be back later. 5:30, just us." Heart-drawn stone F. When Brian saw this, he was terrified because he didn't know who left this in his room, and he was worried for his safety. He thought that maybe that person will come in later on and essay him. So, he notified the hotel security. He made Will Smith's representatives aware of it. And he also reported the incident to the police before asking for a new room. Now, several days later, somebody from Will Smith's team called up Brian and they basically shamed him for the incident and said that he lied about it and also they fired him.
But the reason why I'm speaking out about this is because getting fired or getting blamed or shamed or threatened or anything like that simply for reporting sexual misconduct or safety threats at work is not okay. And I know that there's a lot of other people out there who have been afraid to speak up, and I understand. And if that's you, I see you. And that's pretty much it.
So right now, Will Smith is being sued for sexual harassment and wrongful termination. And also, Brian and his legal team are alleging that Will Smith tried to groom Brian for a sexual relationship. Now, that part might be a bit of a reach. I don't know if he could really prove that, but I do think he has grounds for the wrongful termination. But either way, this story was pretty weird to me. I will say that. And at first, I kind of brushed it off. However, I watched an interview that Unwind with Tasha K did with Will's former friend of almost 40 years named Balo. Balo has a book coming out that is exposing Will and Jada's dark secrets, and he alleged a lot of different things in this book, and he also made some wild allegations in his interview with Tasha K. And if you haven't watched it, I will say please check it out. But man, he alleged that Will and Diddy did something to the actor Briar Gray. If you don't know Bryce, he used to be an actor on Empire. He also went by the moniker Yes. And he was managed by Will's longtime friend and crew member Charlie Mack. And Bryce met Will through Charlie. And it seemed like Will was mentoring Bryce. And he told Balo to actually assist Bryce while he was working on the show Empire. And Bryce was just wowing out. He was acting erratic. He allegedly was doing drugs and sleeping around with prostitutes allegedly. So he was going through a lot and people didn't know what the reason was until one day he blurted out to Balo that Will and Diddy did something to him.
I said, "What the F is wrong with you?" And he was like, you know. He said, "You know Will me. You know Diddy made me suck his penis. You know what's going on. You know Charlie made me suck." And I said, I have no idea what's going on. You said you were raped and you said Diddy made you suck his penis. This is what you told. I said, dude, this is criminal, right? So allegedly, he told me they took care of it. So whenever Charlie Mack came down, I think they gave him some money, whatever they promised him, right?
Now, when I heard this, I was very shocked. And then I thought back to the lawsuit that the violinist filed, and he and his legal team are alleging that Will tried to groom him. And even though there is no proof of that, it did kind of make me wonder, okay, if this were true, was Bryce sure groomed? Bryce would actually be more susceptible to grooming considering that he was younger. And I do wonder if he was of a legal age when he was being mentored by Will. I don't know. But these are all allegations. Once again, I don't know what's true and what is not true. Balo did allege a lot of things during his interview with Tasha K. He alleged that Will and Jada have ties to the Scientology cult. He said that something happened to their son Jaden that caused him to leave the home early allegedly. He said that what was allegedly freaking off with Diddy allegedly. He also said that Jada puts the strap on celebrities and she has them taped. Allegedly. Allegedly. He did allege that Alfonso Rivero and Tyrese were on those tapes.
Oh, like I said, the Alfonso Rivera thing was a bloody mess. And in that video, he is begging her to stop, right? And she's telling him to shut up. And on that video, Jada had on Timberlands and a fitted baseball cap with the strap on.
Who else did you see allegedly on the tapes?
Tyrese was on there. Allegedly, I would appear to be Tyrese with Will and Jada. Then the one with Charlie Mack and Will. Jada's not on it, but you can hear her say, make him spit up, period. So when these tapes come out, people will know I'm telling the absolute truth. In the book, we go into them going to Dubai together, and allegedly in Dubai, celebrities will be sitting around watching these people get urinated on and defecated on, right? Actually watching this, right?
This interview was crazy. And Tyrese was out there in Dubai with Will Smith and Jada and Maxwell. And he said in one of his captions, "I'm officially a sheik. My name your booty." Yeah. But like I said, if you want to watch the interview, I would say please check it out. It's wild. Balo also said his life was being threatened for speaking out. In fact, he was involved in a life-threatening accident, and he feels like the Smiths were behind it. Also, he says that he's found a civil harassment lawsuit against Jada, which he hopes can lead to a criminal investigation because there are allegedly quite a few victims out there, and some of them have been paid off allegedly. But yeah, this story is crazy, and if these allegations are true, then it would really sadden me. But you know something, you can't put anything past anybody, sadly. And I've been seeing so many different cases pop up.